For those who don't know what H1B registration is, every year 80,000 new H1Bs or visas open up. This is for people who have never been on a H1. And for those people, this is called the H1B cap, and there is a limited number of numbers. So the H1B is capped by those numbers. It's 65 plus 20, so it's 85,000. And they have a new process in place, which is started about 2 years ago. And the process is that you first register on the website with basic information. And once you register, they will then, based on that registration information, do a lottery. They will conduct a lottery, and then based on the people who get picked in the lottery, you have 90 days to file the your H1B petition. So that's the H1B registration process. There have been some pitfalls and some adjustments that I think need to be made, but in general it's been a success. But as I said, there might be some improvements that are needed, and there's some lawsuits that have been filed, and we'll talk about the changes that are likely to happen, that are on the horizon, once we finish with the actual nitty-gritties of the H1B registration process. So to start off, H1B cap petitioners, so the employers who want to file a H1B cap petition can create an account. They should start off by creating an account on myuscis.gov, and then follow certain steps to create an account. So first you have to go, step one is you go to myuscis.gov, then you go to sign up, then you have to enter your email address and then give an email confirmation, and then click again sign up, and then create a password, and make sure you don't share that password with anyone, with an unauthorized person. And then there's a two-step verification process. So select whatever method you want, either SMS or text or email. You'll have options of selecting the verification method. Then you'll have to provide some answers in order to reset your password in case you forget your password. Make sure you remember those questions and answers. We'll be able to reset your password if you forget it. Then the next one is to select the category. So you should select I am a H1B registrant. Don't start a registration right now, just select I am a H1B registrant. And then if you are, especially if you have an attorney, you should just select I am a H1B registrant. If you are registering yourself, you can say start a registration, so depending on what you're doing. If you are registering through an attorney, you don't say start a registration, you select receive a passcode from the attorney, as the attorney will do it for you and send you a passcode. So the step before is you have to select I am a H1B registrant. Then, depending on whether you're doing it yourself or not, you should select start a registration or receive a passcode from your attorney. Then if you're receiving a passcode from your attorney, you review and accept the G28, and you accept the H1B registration, and you click in the authorize box. You say I authorize, and you click that box and you sign, and you finish and send. So if that is if you're doing it through an attorney, because the attorney is doing the rest for you. If you are doing it yourself, then you have to enter the following information in order to file the registration. You need the name of the H1B applicant, the first name, the middle name, and the family name. You need the gender. You need to know whether you're selecting the US Masters cap or H1B quota. As we know, there are two separate quotas and two separate lotteries that are held for US Masters and people with the H1B quota. So if a person has a US Masters degree, public organization, or a non-profit organization, then you have to select US Masters. They could have either completed the Masters, or they should be in a position to complete it before filing the H1. So in either case, you should select US Masters, otherwise you would select H1B, bachelor's quota. Then you would need to enter the person's date of birth, country of citizenship, and the passport number. Passport number is optional. You can process even if there's no passport number, but if you have two people with the same name and if you don't enter the passport number, they would most probably reject both because there's no way for them to know that they're two different people. They just think that you filed a duplicate. That's what USCIS is going to think. From the point of view of the company, you need, of course, the name of the company that you have to enter. If there's a DBA or doing business as, you have to enter that. You have to enter the employment identification number, EIN number, FEIN number, so you have to keep that handy. And also the US address. Now, if your company's address changes after doing the registration, you can still register, but you have to show you can still file the H1-B application, but you have to show at the time of filing the H1-B application that it's the same company, and then they move proof of new address, etc. So you have to write that separately in a cover.